I don't ever wear a mask like that. I literally come out here, and every time I talk to you, I'm talking from real world experience, embarrassments, failures, things I've done, blown accounts. I don't ever hide any of that stuff because you all have to endure those types of things and figure out what it is that's going to cause you ruin, what is going to derail you. And before you can ever find winning consistency in your trades, you have to identify those character flaws. Many of you might be using alcohol. Many of you might be doing drugs, recreational or whatever you want to call it. That's going to have an impediment in your ability to be consistent because you're changing the state of your focus, your lucidness. You're not going to be at optimal levels if you're doing things like that. And if you do drink excessively, you should not be in front of your computers. You shouldn't be doing anything like that. And you shouldn't be inviting, let me say it clear because I don't think I said it clear enough. You should not be inviting substance abuse into your trading. And I have students that have wrestled with that. And they tried to ignore it and they hid it from me when they were telling me they were having problems with finding consistency and saying, I can see it after the fact, but it frustrates me. I can't do it then. And come to find out they have been wrestling with alcoholism. And you can't ignore it. Like, that's a big elephant in the room. And maybe that doesn't fit you or your problem. And all of us have a problem. All of us have a kink in our armor that it may not be a big deal to anyone on the outside, but for us that have to deal with it, it's like a rock in your shoe. You can't run the fastest. You can't stand on good footing because it hurts. It's painful. And it's a distraction from whatever you're doing. So if that's an endeavor that you're fearful of, you need to get over that. Find out what it is that is a problem for you. It may be codependency. You may need to be with someone for, companionship. And if you don't have it, it makes you lonely. It makes you feel anxious. And it's going to do what? It's going to cause you to do things in the marketplace to replace that. Replacing those negative experiences, that fearful stuff. And unfortunately, there's not enough said about this in the trading space because, again, like I said many times before, it forces the viewer or reader, if it's a book, to take a personal assessment on themselves. And they're not going to like what they find. When you take personal inventory and you have to do an evaluation on yourself, where am I a problem? Where do I keep making problems for myself? Where do I invite drama? Where do I cause recklessness in decision making? Where am I impulsive? That type of thing.